Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I hope you are having a fantastic week. We are now into November. No, it just seemed like January was that long. It's only February 1st because, January was about 10 months long. But congratulations, we've made it to the second month of the year. So I have been celebrating in social media my 25th book, which will be out on Valentine's Day. So just a few days to go. But I haven't said anything really about them here. So I thought I would just count down the books we've already counted down and maybe say something funny about them. So, Waking Lucy, was my first book, so she's always going to be my baby. It took me the longest to write. Mostly because I wasn't writing consistently. Her first draft was probably around about 4 years before I published her. Then the book I didn't think I was going to write, Reforming Elizabeth, number 2. I never thought I'd write a second book. But when I was done with Waking Lucy, I knew Elizabeth needed a better ending. For a long time, I called this book Retrenching Elizabeth. However, I discovered that word wasn't as well known or as used in the way I used it as often. So, there you go, Reforming Elizabeth. Number 3, everybody told me if I was going to be a writer, I needed to have a magnet book. So this one is free off of my newsletter and my website. It's the Try to Get You In There. It's really weird though. Instead of being a complete prequel to Waking Lucy, it also follows up 10 months later because it's really about Lucy's mother's journal. Mending Fences. Mending Fences actually had a total of 4 covers. I have 2 of them in my collection. It was kind of written on a dare, not completely on a dare, but somebody was questioned whether or not I could write contemporary fiction for a group, and I thought, why not give it a try? Mending Fences, of course, led to many, many more books. Its original sequel, Mending Christmas, and the follow-up sequel, Mending Christmas, both ended up with 2 covers. You'll see that the newer Mending Christmas is only a teeny bit thicker than the older one. There is an extra chapter in the newer one. And if you only ever read this copy, I do have a link, I think it's on my website, to the extended ending that this one got. Because this one wasn't a billionaire and I needed to change him into a billionaire. Amazing what you can do if you go buy stock in the 1950s to change a billionaire. Number, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was Healing Sarah. Healing Sarah, I knew I wanted to write since the middle of Waking Lucy, and I calculated Sarah's age and realized that she had the possibility of finding her true love during the year 1816, which had fascinated me since I was like 14 years old and had heard about the year without a summer. And this one led me to go back to Boston to do research. I went to Haverhill and did research. So it was a lot of fun trying to find old books and newspapers that weren't online. Number 7, Mending Walls. Mending Walls, of course, started out with my trip to help in an orphanage in Haiti. And I wanted to express some of my thoughts and feelings in a way that maybe people could relate to them. So this was a lot of fun. And obviously not everything that happened in the book happened in my life. Number 8, Mending Images. Abby shows up as a bodyguard in Mending Fences. And I think somewhere in Mending Christmas, I realized maybe Abby needed a book. And I knew that there was another roommate in the art house that needed a book, and I was going to pair her with her twin brother Alex. Well, when I wrote this book, I discovered they had 3 more brothers and a really cool mom. And then a reader said, you've got to write more about the Bodyguard. So this one kicked off a whole new series, and we ended up moving Alex's book from the Mending series. Okay, 9 and 10. I did something really weird. I regret this, and it was a bad decision. I overlapped these storylines to the point of actually even overlapping dialogue. While it was a cool thing to do as an author, didn't work out so well for readers. So I'm not going to do that again where I overlap dialogue, but it was a fun thing to do. Okay, bicep saw. What else can I say about number 11? Yes, I had to count again because I can't remember what numbers they came. But yes, my friend Evan came up with the base design for this cover because my arm was in a sling at the time and I couldn't use my mouse very well. But it turned out great, and this is the oldest. Yes, this is Adam's story. He is the oldest of the Hastings brothers. Okay, Misguided and Misoriented, 12 and 13, have both had 2 covers. Their current cover is different than the ones I have because I never ordered the new covers. And these 2 are my worst sellers of all time. Don't know why. Probably because even though they're in a series, they are totally unrelated books. And I've had some people give me some ideas what to do with them, but they just kind of sit around because I haven't decided what to do. I actually wrote a 3rd book to this and then decided it was the beginning of a different series entirely. So there's those 2. Number 14. Number 14 is Alex's story. Alex was meant to be number 6 in the Mending series, or 7, depending on, it was 5 that surprised me, I think. But he got moved to the Hastings Security series because he is, after all, Hastings. And number 15, a lot of my longtime readers will remember doing this because you helped. This was our 2020 weirdness. April 1st of 2020, we started writing this with the meme, a single man with toilet paper searching for a single woman with hand sanitizer for good, clean fun. And it was an amazing journey. The fun thing about rereading this is I'm like, oh, I forgot that about the first part of our 2020 lockdown. It is free on YouTube if you want to listen to me read an audiobook, which may or may not be a good idea. Can't tell you that. So that is the first 15 of my 25 books. And keep looking on social media. It dawned on me this morning that I haven't had any giveaways or anything with this countdown, and I should really be doing that. If you're not a member of Lauren's Sweet Readers, I'd hop on over there because that's probably where I am most likely to do some sort of giveaway. I hope you have a great week and enjoy February.